Dubois is coming into his own, man. That's what that is. He's only like 27, right?
Yep.
Yeah, he's coming into his own. That guy's fucking scary.
I think I've shown that in my last 3 fights that I'm totally different. I'm more confident, believe myself more, whatever.
Do you think this Dubois is a much better?
He's dangerous. That's what Joe Rogan said while watching Daniel Dubois' latest training footage, and he wasn't joking. Joe sat there eyes wide, clearly shocked, watching Dubois move like a man possessed. This wasn't the same guy we saw before. Dubois was smashing the heavy bag with power that echoed like a shotgun. His speed was unreal, like a middleweight trapped in a heavyweight's body. His punches sharp, explosive, were timed to perfection. This guy's a problem, Rogan added. He's big, he's strong, and now he's technical too. That's a scary mix. This isn't hype, this isn't fans exaggerating. Rogan saw it, and now millions are starting to see it too. This isn't the same Dubois who fell apart against Usyk in their first fight. This version, he's sharper, he's smarter, and he's out for revenge. He doesn't just want to win, he wants to make a statement. He's training like someone who wants to take over boxing, not just be a part of it.
Just ready for war, ready to win. It's going to be a bloodbath. It's going to be totally different from last time, you know. I've just grown up and I've learning more about myself as a man, so I can't wait to put on the show and become undisputed, just do the business.
TalkSports analyst Spencer Oliver, a former European champ, even said it straight up. He thinks Dubois is going to beat Usyk. Daniel Dubois beats Oleksandr Usyk, he said boldly. Oliver pointed out how much Dubois has changed physically and mentally. He said this rematch won't look anything like the first one. He also talked about how much damage Usyk has taken over the years. Those brutal fights with Tyson Fury really took a toll. And meanwhile, Dubois, he's younger, fresher, and hungrier than ever. He's coming off wins against big names like Jarrell Miller, Filip Hrgovic, and even Anthony Joshua. According to Oliver, Dubois now has the right tools and the fire inside to take Usyk down.
I can't wait. I think the world can't wait. I want this to be a real epic battle and a monster event, so
After that first loss to Usyk, Dubois didn't spiral. He didn't disappear. Instead, he got to work. Over the past 2 years, he's flipped the whole story. He changed his training style. He took on tougher fights. He came back stronger. He knocked out Jarrell Miller and made it look easy. Then he went to war with Hrgovic and came out on top again. Each of these wins wasn't just another box on his record. They were personal. He wanted to silence the critics. And now everyone's paying attention. Dubois has made one thing clear. He's not backing down. He's ready for war.
What did you take away? I mean, you took away a loss, and I think that Oleksandr, I don't think it was a low blow, but I did think he beat you in the end. Yeah. But and beat you convincingly, Daniel. But what did you take away from that fight?
It wasn't just a fight. It was a lot more than just a fight. It was a lot more. But I've rebuilt from it. I was in a dark place and I came out of it, and that's the main thing. I come out of it and. I can't wait for this one. It's going to be a bloodbath, and I'm really looking.
How do you feel? This time you're going to go to Wembley, and you're going to fight in 90,000 fans. Last time you went there, everyone was ready to put the crown on top of Anthony Joshua, and you upset that. Yeah. You're going in front of 90,000 fans now that will be potentially cheering you on. How do you feel about going to that environment with all the support potentially on your side?
It doesn't matter if they're cheering him on or
doesn't bother you.
Don't matter. I love the sport and fighting to win.
Final prediction, how does it end? Daniel Dubois against Oleksandr Usyk, July the 19th.
War, epic bloodbath, and like I said, I'm going to stop him. That's what I'm going to do.
Even Lennox Lewis, yes, that Lennox Lewis, chimed in. He said Dubois is the only fighter with the right mix of style and power to actually beat Usyk. That's huge. When a legend like Lennox puts your name out there, the world listens. He called Dubois the Kingslayer and said he's on the edge of greatness. With that kind of endorsement, the fight stakes just got even higher.
He's been sitting back in the background saying, you know, I've been boxing all these fights and, you know, I want respect, and by beating Anthony Joshua, you know, he'll get that respect because he's a quiet guy, doesn't say too much, but you can tell there's a lot of things on his mind, and being a heavyweight champion is what was always on his mind. And even the fact that you know, he got presented the belt. He wants to prove himself in the ring and go in there and say, yeah, I deserve to keep this belt. Yeah, it's kind of like a respect fight too. You know, both of the heavyweights want respect, and you know, they've been dreaming about this time in one sense. Both have different things to prove. Daniel Dubois has the fact that, you know, he wants to be the heavyweight champion of the world, and you know, he wants to be the top man in.
Daniel Dubois is still only 27, but now he's become one of the most feared heavyweights around. His power was always there, but now he's added patience, precision, and a killer mindset. He's thinking through every move, every punch. He's calculated. Every time he steps into the ring, he's aiming to get back to that one moment when his shot was taken from him. Lennox Lewis even said Dubois just needs to keep using that power and jab his way through.
He's been sitting back in the background saying, you know, I've been boxing all these fights, and you know, I want respect, and by being Anthony Joshua, you know, he'll get that respect because he's a quiet guy, doesn't say too much, but you can tell there's a lot of things on his mind, and being a heavyweight champion is what was always on his mind. And even the fact that, you know, he got presented the belt, he wants to prove himself in the ring and go in there and say, yeah, I deserve to keep this belt. Yeah, it's kind of like a respect fight too. You know, both of the heavyweights want respect, and you know, they've been dreaming about this time in one sense. Both have different things to prove. Daniel Dubois has the fact that, you know, he wants to be the heavyweight champion of the world, and you know, he wants to be the top man in.
Dave Allen, another heavyweight who has sparred with both Usyk and Dubois, also had something to say, and he's backing Dubois too. He pointed to Usyk's age, he's nearing 40, and his smaller frame, and Allen said that despite once being knocked out by Usyk in sparring, he believes Dubois will win. He talked about Dubois' strength and jab being seriously dangerous. According to Allen, Usyk's not ready for what Dubois is bringing this time.
Did you notice something good about him, and there was certain potential for big things?
I mean, I'd already done 8 rounds with Joyce and Clark, you know.
Yeah.
But he definitely had the most powerful jab ever. His jab was like a right hand. He had the hardest jab I've ever been hit by to this day, and I think his jab was harder than most people's right hand. That's no exaggeration. His jab, the power in his jab, really concerned me. So I wonder what was in his right hand.
Was anything clean?
You said you sparred with Daniel Dubois and you felt his power as an 18-year-old kid. He's obviously matured since then as well. He's got that power, isn't he? Like that one-punch power to take anyone out. So he only has to hit him the once. That's the point, isn't it, with Usyk?
I think he does, but as hard as he hits, that's how hard Usyk is to hit clean. Usyk is just... him and Tyson Fury, I would say, were the two best by far. There's a big gap between them two and number 3. But if Dubois hits anyone, he'll knock him out for sure, yeah.
Now the rematch is set. Joe Rogan has already called Dubois a dangerous force, but Dubois isn't trying to earn respect anymore. He's coming to take it. The version of him that collapsed before, that guy's long gone. What's left is a machine built for vengeance. And he doesn't want to win by decision, he wants a knockout, a clear finish. He's promised blood, and if you've been watching his recent fights, his destruction of Joshua, his improved timing and technique, you know he means it. He's come a long way since 2023, and people are finally starting to see it.
That's it, more aggression. Last 5. That's it, be aggressive. 4, 3, 2, and 1.
And now as we get closer to Dubois versus Usyk 2, everyone's remembering that controversial moment. You know the one, the infamous low blow. That punch still casts a shadow over this fight. Dubois never accepted how that night ended, and now with the world watching again, he's out to rewrite history. One punishing sparring session, one bone-crushing punch at a time.
Dubois going for his title fight against Oleksandr Usyk in Poland. Checking his gym, and Dubois working on head movement and footwork, but preparing for his fight against Oleksandr Usyk in Poland this weekend. I believe with this, Daniel Dubois going to try his best against Usyk. On Saturday night, we're going to know the winner. On Saturday night, we're going to know the winner between Oleksandr Usyk and Dubois.
That night in Poland, Dubois landed a body shot that folded Usyk. It looked like the end, but then the referee ruled it low. The moment was gone. Usyk got up, Dubois hesitated, and by round 9 he was the one lying on the canvas. The world moved on, but Dubois didn't. Whether it was legal or not, that punch is still one of the most argued moments in recent boxing history.
When Daniel hit you with that shot, I know human beings, when you get hit low, football, whatever, people, you straight away, you hold like this. When you got hit, you went down and your body started shaking like this. And the referee looked at you, you didn't say low, you didn't complain, you sat there and you froze because you were hurt. Why have you not been honest? I want to know.
Okay, it's your opinion.
It's not opinion, I'm asking your opinion.
Bro, listen, this is position, like not punch, yeah? This is. Your fighter punched me this.
Promoter Eddie Hearn spoke about it too. He was blunt. He said if you slow it down and look closely, the punch hit below Usyk's belt, below the shorts line. Hearn said a punch that lands on the protector isn't legal. Even if it's just a couple inches off, rules are rules, he admitted. Sure, maybe a few inches higher and it would have been fine, but as it stood, he said it wasn't a legal blow. In Hearn's eyes, the ref made the right call, even if it changed the whole fight. But
low blow or no low blow?
Again, like, I'm just going to give it to you straight, because even when I put that out on Instagram, it's like half the people are going, yeah, 100%, the other half are going, you wouldn't say that if you was one of your fighters. Probably right.
Fair point.
No, but listen, if I was Frank Warren, I'd probably, like, your fighter's just lost. He's looking at a way to try and manoeuvre him some way. I mean, they're never going to call a rematch, but you get him back into number 1. Frank knows. Any punch below the navel is an illegal blow, right? Unless the referee, when they brings them together, says, this guy has shorts are height, this is legal, which he didn't, right? Then if you punch underneath the waistband, and there is no doubt, and there's so many different angles and freeze frame, he punches up, I don't know, once the punch goes up, it's obviously higher than where it started. The bottom of the fist was, I don't know, 10 inches below the waistband. It's hit his protector.
Dubois' promoter Frank Warren saw it very differently. He believes Dubois should have won, period. Warren says they filed an official complaint about how long the ref gave Usyk to recover, nearly 4 minutes, and he doesn't buy that it was even a low blow in the first place. He said the ref was already being picky, calling borderline punches low. Warren still believes Dubois was robbed, and they're still pushing to get that decision reviewed, but the WBA refused to overturn it.
You didn't bring it up. Don brought it up, and you didn't even go on to explain it properly. The referee screwed it up. I mean, you listen to the rules here. I mean, I've got the WBA rules. It should not be below the navel, and it was not below the navel. You didn't hit up the balls or anything like that. It just didn't happen. He made a meal of it, and I get that and I understand that, because he was hurt. He hurt him because he doesn't like it to the body. There's loads of photographs and loads of pictures, clear as a bell, that show where the punch lands. It's not about where somebody's shorts are, that or where they end. That's not what it's about.
At worst case, you're saying a rematch should definitely be ordered.
Well, I mean, on the strength, I mean, I don't see how anybody, even Tony Bellews of this world, you know, the facts are facts, and the facts are that was not a low blow, that was a legitimate punch.
Even veteran voices in boxing had strong opinions. Teddy Atlas was furious at the broadcast commentary. He said they brushed it off too quickly and didn't treat it like the serious moment it was. Tony Bellew said the punch was legal above the solar plexus and accused Usyk of milking the foul to get extra time. Fans are divided, but one thing is certain, emotions are running high.
Hey, we win, we not win. Win Oleksandr. What we do now, like this video, this punch, it's a bullshit. Now it's like just a talking, blah 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 blah.
When you got hit, you went down and your body started shaking like this.
Dubois isn't just coming into this fight with hunger, he's coming with purpose. He believes he was cheated, and every single punch he throws on July 19th will carry that emotion. This isn't just about a championship anymore, this is about setting the record straight. He's not holding back this time.
Oleksandr Usyk, is that realistic? You think that you can get to him again, and what would you do differently next time?
Yeah, I wouldn't let him off the hook next time. He got away lucky last time, so I need to right that wrong and get my revenge. But first things first is Parker, so yeah, not all eyes on him. Yeah, but it's in the past now. It's happened, you know. I get a chance to put that wrong right and clear up the controversy, you know. There's a lot of shit being talked about right now, but I can't wait to put him to sleep on the night.
As for Usyk, he knows what's at stake. He's not just defending belts, he's defending his legacy. At almost 40 years old, he wants to prove he's still the best. He doesn't want any more controversies, no doubt expect a smarter, sharper Usyk, one who wants to shut down the noise for good.
I wanna win?
Yeah.
Now just sparkling water with lemon and rice and duck.
So after Daniel Dubois fight, you'd have a Guinness straight away?
Of course. Big glasses, not small.
How many? Five Guinness?
Be bigger.
How many Guinness could you finish?
2 liters.
2 liters?
Yeah, like this, and a big,
This rematch, it's more than a fight, it's a reckoning. That low blow changed both men. Now they're both coming back with fire in their eyes, and everyone is watching to see not just who wins, but who erases the doubt.
This is. Your fighter punch me this.
For your reaction.
Stop.
Your reaction.
Yeah, reaction. Listen, you doctor.
See, Shakur?
So what do you think? Will Dubois finally get his redemption and land the punch that counts? Or will Usyk once again show us why he's one of the greatest? Drop your predictions in the comments. Hit like. You're ready for the war ahead, and don't forget to subscribe because we're covering every moment, every punch, and every controversy until the final bell.